but we wanted to stay closer to the family for a little while longer because we didn't know where we were going to get sent to. So from May, and then we stayed there until August, and then that's when we got our sentence, and then we'd eventually be shipped out shortly after that.
How long were you in the correctional facility before you started to acclimate, before you said, okay, I can do this?
Yeah.
Because they always talk about the first night, where you're doing, here it goes, the clock started.
Well, for me, it started in the county jail because they, my first cellmate was a Christian, Hispanic. I'm Hispanic. My dad's Hispanic. My mom's white. But as soon as you get there, they put you with your race. So I got assigned with the Hispanic, Tony Martinez, and he was the only Christian Hispanic in that dorm. And they saw that I was spending a lot of time with him. A few days later, they said, hey, what are you going to do? Are you going to run with us, or are you going to be a Christian? I made a phone call to my dad. I said, Dad, what should I do? He just said, son, you do what you know is right. The next day, I said, I'm a Christian, because I was a Christian, but I went away.
Right.
I fell away from it, but that Tony is the one that led me back to the Lord, and I said, God, please forgive me for what I've done. Please help me.
And Tony was an inmate, correct?
Tony was an inmate, and he was only a couple years older than me.
What was he in for?
He ended up getting 6 years. I don't know his exact charges, but he ended up doing about 6 years, and he's doing good with his family today as well. And so I had to make a decision. I made that decision, and they never did anything to me physically, but they would say things to see how I'm going to respond, because they see a lot of fake people.
Sure.
They can read you, and they see a lot of people come through the system in and out. They say that this is what they want to do, come back out here, they fall back into the drugs, they fall back into the old ways, and next thing you know, they're right back in there. So that's where my foundation was built, in the county jail, because wherever you go, it follows you. People know, like, hey, I was with him over there, and he acted like this, and he said he was this, but now he's acting this way. But this is who I was, and I followed my belief and my faith, and God protected me, took care of me, and eventually those same people in the Vista County Jail, before their before their court hearings, they would say, hey, can you pray for me? And I built good relationship with everybody in there. I got along with everybody in there, and so that's where it started, and it carried along as I was transferred to different prisons here in Southern California.